So let's talk about some of the books that we're going to recommend. Some of the books that I suggest and recommend. First, a spectacular book. Now, by the way, when you read these books, knowing what you know now, you're going to see that these books, all of them, are not 100% accurate to the data we're presenting. Again, these books aren't from the societies. We couldn't get them out, but these books are excellent books, second best, excellent books, excellent books. I've read them all, highly recommend and suggest them, and they will give you overwhelming benefit. Some of these books are 80% on track, some of them are 70% on track, some of them are 99% on track. So here are the books. And this is the order in which I suggest you read these books. The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big. One of the best books out there. See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. Spectacular book on attitude, and really will help you in terms of focusing on positive. Ask and it is given. 99.9%, if not 100% on track, by Jerry and Esther Hicks. And actually, all the Jerry and Esther Hicks books are highly endorsed and recommended. The Secret. Small book, short book, touches on the law of attraction, misses some of the key elements. They're not there, but it doesn't do anything wrong. And I think it's a spectacular book, and also there's a DVD, and I would encourage you to read that over and over again. All these books read over and over and over again. Psycho-Cybernetics. And I think there's one called The New Psycho-Cybernetics. Spectacular book talking about the mind and the power of the mind. The Law of Success in 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill. It's written back in the 20s, so the language is a little bit difficult. It's primarily about money and success, primarily money, but a brilliant book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Brilliant, brilliant book. The Magic of Believing. Outstanding book. As a matter of fact, this book, The Magic of Believing, was talked about by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Liberace, as well as Phyllis Diller. They all say that this is the book that allowed them to be successful, gave them the techniques of being successful. Very powerful book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Great book on gaining a pleasing personality. The Go-Getter. Another spectacular, great book. The Power of Positive Thinking. The Power of Positive Thinking. The Game of Work. The Game of Work. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And then there's 3 Christian books, and some of you won't like them because they're from a very full gospel, biblical perspective. But if you are a Christian, you may enjoy them. One is called Hung by the Tongue. Hung by the Tongue. The next one is The Tongue, a Creative Force. And lastly, What You Say is What You Get. What you say is what you get. Very powerful. Very powerful books. Reading books every day is so significant.